Hey fans, people of the interwebs, it's me, Sam with SG1, back with a Transformers review. Yes, I thought I'd do one. As Auto Assembly is merely 2 months away, I decided that I'm going to do a review. I'm going to bring the passion back for Transformers. It seems a lot of people at the minute have just sort of lost interest a bit. You know, it's understandably. I mean, I myself have not bought anything. The last figure I bought was Prime Soundwave, and I've not bought anything since. And to be honest, the Transformers figure I bought before him was I think it was Dark of the Moon Powerglide, Cyberverse Powerglide. Yeah, the passion's gone, but I think understandably, because there's nothing around at the moment Transformers wise. Yeah, there's Prime, but that's it really. Generations is out next year, and oh my god, yes, I want everything. Bruticus, Fall for Cybertron Bruticus, Jazz, the new Prime looks cool. Shockwave, yeah, and the 40 Generations figures we're getting next year, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to be having that. So yes, but that's for another video. As per the title page, I'm going to be doing this guy, Reveal the Shield Special Ops Jazz. Now apparently Hasbro have lost the rights for Jazz. Boggles the mind really. And every iteration of Jazz has either been Autobot Jazz, or in this case Special Ops Jazz, and of course the new one's going to be Fall of Cybertron Jazz. But it's Jazz, you know, and he's a very cool this figure's really cool actually. There's some real nice homages to his G1 self. I'll get onto that in a minute. Some BG. Jazz falls in love with every world he visits. The tiniest hint of alien culture is enough to fascinate him for hours. His ability to immerse himself in a new civilization makes him an ideal undercover agent. He blends in with the environment, absorbing every bit of data he can, and he looks for the anomaly that tells the Decepticons are present. Oh, no, looks for the anomaly that tells the Decepticons are present. Oh, okay then. That's not the Jazz we know. But yeah, this vehicle mode is it kind of looks like the movie Jazz a little bit, but with some G1 references, like the front grille there, the colour scheme obviously. I've ordered the repo label set for this guy because although I mean I love the number 4, I mean it's just like G1, but he's missing Autobot symbols, and he needs Autobot symbols really. Yeah, the what was I saying? I fucking forgot. Yeah, this mode is really cool. It's a car really. I mean, it doesn't do a lot. I mean, it rolls quite nicely. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. So I'm gonna, and it does have the Reveal the Shield rub symbol, which you'll probably be able to see because it's quite warm. Although it's a lot cooler than it has been the last few days. But yeah, to transform this guy, it's quite similar to his G1 self. Firstly, we open up the doors when they want to come. Are they going to come? Yeah, there we go. We open up the doors. Then we sort of move his arms down there. And we get this section here, and we just sort of concertina it out, very much like the G1. Then we kind of just position this, and then we concertina that out a little bit more, but it won't go for some reason. Now we separate them as well. Well, won't that go? But that's why. Gotta take his little feetums out, like so. Then that'll come right up like that, that's it. Then we concertina that out again like that, so we just position these feet a little bit. Then we remove that, then we pull his arms out from underneath, quite like the G1, which is pretty cool. Now we get a little bit of automorph here. Now we push this whole section down and his head nicely, and it doesn't want to go because it's on camera. Well, I want it to go. That's why you just pull that down and his head pops up like that, which is pretty fucking cool. And then as soon as I saw this figure, I thought I better have it because it's fucking Jazz, and Jazz is my favourite Autobot, to be honest. Yeah, and you just position these however you want. That's just my messenger, and let's come off. That's for another thing in a moment. And there he is in glorious robot mode. But like I say, he's missing some Autobot symbols, which I've ordered off Repo Labels. God bless Repo Labels. Yeah, and there he is. He's fucking pretty fucking cool. Now he does have some great articulation. He can, well, he will rotate up to about there, the arm, but he's kind of hindered by this bit. And although it's on a ball joint, so you can get any position you want out of it. It will rotate at the elbow, rotate at the bicep, sorry. It will bend at the elbow, but not quite much. His hand's on a ball joint as well. People shouting outside. Hands on a ball joint, so you can twist it and put it in any position that you wish. His hips are on a ball joint, so they will go in any direction you want. He will do the Preceptor kick. Haha. He will rotate at the upper part of the thigh. He will bend at the knee, and a double jointed knee, so you can get him quite good poses. And his feet will kind of move up and down, but that's the larger part of the transformation. But you can get some great poses out of this guy. Now, his gun. Nicely stars in vehicle mode, I must admit. His gun will just sort of fold out and become a sonic blaster or whatever. Now, his gun looks like his Pretender version gun, which is pretty cool. Quite like that idea. So not only is it homages his original G1 self, also homages the Pretender. Now he's not done. Jazz is not done. Jazz is famous for his lights and sound show, one of his weapons, and he can, attached to his doors, he can rotate this round like so, and bring out some really cool little speakers. I think that's a really fucking cool touch. That is a really, really cool touch. You can also bring them out in vehicle mode as well. I'll show you that in a second. Oh, I forgot his head. His head's on a ball joint, and you can put it in any position that you so desire. You know, so it's pretty cool. Now another thing as well. These are on ball joints, so you can position these any which way you want, and they will move up and down and things like that. So you can have them in any position you like. Now they also are on 3mm clips, so you can take them off there, and you can. Sorry, I'm not doing this on the camera, but I can't hold it up and position these at the same time. His gun also has 3mm clips, so you can attach them to his gun, so you can have like a ultra super duper sonic blaster thingy, which is really cool. I really, really, really like this figure. As soon as I saw it, I thought I must own this. I really must own this. Does he hold the Target Master? I'm sure I do. Let's have a look. This is, of course, Cyclonus, Universe Cyclonus' Target Master Nightstick. Let's just transform him up. Not sure if it. Oh, yeah, he does. Holds that really well. Because there is a recolor of this guy into Stepper. Now, or Ricochet, depending on you know, whichever one you're talking about. Who is like a negative, I mean, still an Autobot, but he's like a negative colour version of Jazz. If you've not seen him before, where Jazz is black, Stepper is white, and where Jazz is white, Stepper is black. So he's got a black body, white head, you know, things like that. And it looks pretty cool. And he's got like a fire sort of track style marking on his chest, which is pretty sweet. But excuse me, this recolor version of him, he's going for silly money. But yeah, I really, like I said, I'm waxing lyrical about this guy. He is really fucking cool. He really is fucking G1 Jazz, really. But for the 21st century. Now I was going to show you the speakers in vehicle mode. So what I'll do is I'll do a jump cut. And 1, 2, 3, cut. Right, yes, as I was saying, he's back into vehicle mode. His little gun, you transform it back like so it becomes this. And there's two little ports in there, and the grip of the gun just fits in one any which way you want, and it stores nicely. Now I like storing weapons in vehicle mode, you know, because then that way you don't lose them, they're not left aside or anything like that. Now, as I was saying, the speakers, basically what we do is we open up the doors again. Well, what this go? There we go. Open up the doors again. Then we sort of just, so they're just held on. There's a port and post on the speaker, and then the door. You just rotate them up. Then this section here, this rotates round, and you position that as you want. Same for this side. Position that how you want, and you can close the doors back up, which is really cool. So just like the G1 cartoon, whenever he wants to play his music, he can bring his speakers out. Oh fucking hell! So you can bring his speakers out and then blast his heavy metal, which is pretty fucking cool. Nitpicks. The only nitpicks I've got is the lack of like Martini stickers, but they could have put Meister on there and I'd have been happy. Lack of paint at the back, but that's what we buy repo labels for, you know. But other than and lack of Autobot symbols, apart from the stupid reveal the shield fucking thing, which is ridiculous, really. You know, why is that a gimmick when G1 had it back in the day as part of G1? It was just part of the universe. But anyway, I'm nitpicking. Like I say, I'm just those are only a few nitpicks that I've got about this figure. Other than that, it's marvellous. Pick him up if you can. I think you can pick him up quite easily now. I mean, my entertainer in Hull had 2 of these still, so and the half price was about £6. Big shout out to Six Shot Mark, who hooked me up with this back in, when was it? I think either late 2010, I want to say, or early 2011. It might have been 2011. Yeah, I think it was the early part of 2011, I think it was. Who sent me this, and who sent me, I paid him of course, sent me this and sent me tracks. Turbo Tracks, who I might do a review of in a minute actually. I might do. But yeah, because you know they weren't out in Hull yet, and then about 2 weeks later I saw them everywhere. But anyway, that's just beside the point. But yeah, so that's my review of Reveal the Shield Jazz, or Special Operations Jazz. What's he called? Is it Special Operations Jazz? Let's have a look. Yeah, Special Ops Jazz. So yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching, and I shall catch you all later. Toodly pips.